Steve Post from Motor Racing Network here at the Racing Electronics Display at PRI in Indianapolis, Indiana. We're going to talk some ARCA Menard Series racing. Brayton Laster joins us. Hey, man, how are you?
I'm fantastic. A little cold in this 27-degree weather, but I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, your hometown, your home area here is freezing us this week, that's for sure. All right, so we've been starting with off topics and everything, and you're the pizza man. First off, how'd you become the pizza man?
I'm gonna make a long story short. I just really like pizza, and going to middle school, I always had like a pizza backpack on, or like pizza shoes and pants, out of jack, and kids at school would call me the pizza kid. And I back then on social media, I was like a 12, 13-year-old, and I made all my social media the pizza kid, and then kind of started growing in the racing. People were like, oh, that's a pizza guy, that's a pizza guy, and then I got the pizza helmet, and from there it just blew up. I mean, I couldn't go back after that.
Yeah, I saw the pizza helmet at a race. I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks really good. All right, so here in Indianapolis, the best pizza in Indianapolis.
There's a place down in Greenwood, my hometown, called New York Slice. It's authentic New York style pizza. I mean, pizza's this big, I mean, huge. You're talking 20, 24 inches, and it's just all authentic. It's family run business, and a little pricey, about $30 for like a large pizza, but we're talking 20-inch pizza. So I mean, it's all high quality and it's pretty good.
Okay, so more pizza talk here. So it sounds like if your favorite is in New York, are you a New York guy? Do you like Chicago? Do you like it all? Where are you at with the whole pizza battle?
I'm definitely a New York guy. I'll eat a Chicago style pizza. I've been in Chicago's Pizza. It's a chain around here. I'll go there from time to time, but I definitely prefer a big New York style slice.
See, I got into it on Sirius a few years ago because I said New York and Chicago are battling for number 2. There's a little town, and unfortunately ARCA doesn't race at Pocono. There's a little town between Scranton and Wilkes-Barre called Old Forge, and they call themselves the pizza capital of the world. And I always joke that Chicago and New York are battling for second behind Old Forge. They do a white double stuffed pizza that's just unique. It's like grilled cheese on steroids.
No.
Yeah, really cool. All right, so cool. Now, okay, I'm just going to continue the food talk here, though, a little bit, because the pizza man got to race in go-karts against the world-famous eating champion Joey Chestnut. Okay, what was that like, racing Joey Chestnut in go-karts?
Yeah, that was really unique because we both have the food aspect. He's a big hot dog guy. He does more than hot dogs. He does pizza and everything, and we got talking about that. He said he's eating like 47 pizzas in like an hour or something like that. I'm like, I couldn't believe that. Like after I stay somewhat dieted, being a race car driver, you can look at me and tell I'm not very good at it. But I sit there talking about that, and I had the pizza helmet there. He thought it was the coolest thing, and I'm going to stick to my professional racing. I'll let him stick to the competitive eating.
Yeah, but I think you did get the best of him. I think you got the best of him in the go-kart, right?
Oh, yeah, I was about a second quicker than him. I waxed him. Then I think he wanted to do a bit of a rematch, and I went back and was watching footage after the fact, and he wrecked me. I couldn't believe it. Like, he had a GoPro on, because I knew someone wrecked me, but it was Joey Chestnut.
Got wrecked by Joey Chestnut. There you go. That is great. All right, let's talk a little racing, because this is Performance Racing Industry Show here. Your 2025 plan sounds really exciting. Tell us what you got planned.
They're going to be full-time for the first time in my career in the ARCA Menard Series. I've ran part-time since 2022, a variety of teams, variety of caliber equipment, just doing what I can do to get experience and kind of survive in the series. I've ran locally for years, go-kart since I was 8 or 9. And then full-time 2025 with Wayne Peterson Motorsports, who's one of the smaller family teams in ARCA. He's out of Pulaski, Tennessee. Wayne's a great guy. He's been in NASCAR and ARCA for 40-plus years. He attempted the 500 in 1984, and he DNQ'd and said, you know what, I'm going to go ARCA racing. He never went back. So
that is cool. That is really cool. It's an exciting time, and I can't imagine. So you're getting ready to go to Daytona here in a little bit, right?
Then we got testing coming up in January. I'm not sure if we're going there for testing. I've been there plenty of times, and I think the team might go and just kind of fill some things out with some of their other cars, and they just rebuilt their super speedway car, so we're really excited for that, because it got wrecked last year. I wasn't driving it. And I got wrecked. They rebuilt the front end, and that means a new beginning, a new start for us to hopefully start the year off with a bang.
I love it. I absolutely do. Final racing question for you, because I was reading through your stats. I know you've ran a wide variety of things, from dirt late models, S-List. You have 3 starts in the World Figure 8 Championship at the Speedrome. Have you lost your? Do you realize what that is? What is that like?
So yeah, that's my background, is figure 8 racing. I grew up racing at the Speedrome. I grew up racing at Speedrome. I started out in go-karts there, and a flat 5th mile out there. And my dad has either owned a figure 8 car since the 80s or worked on it since the 90s, and he raced for a little bit, past couple of years, and starting in 2000 or so. So I always grew up around the figure 8 racing. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. And so for years, I ran that full time, and I ran dirt late models, and then I got the opportunity to go start running ARCA. And I was still running part-time ARCA in 2022 and 2023 and running figure 8. on the off weekend. So no, I love the figure eight. I think it's great because I like to call it very close to super speedway racing because they're going to get wrecked.
It's not if, it's when.
Exactly. So I think it really defined my skills and it makes me a great driver as far as super speedway races go. I've made some great wreck avoidances. I think figure eight racing is a huge part of that.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Well, Brayton, appreciate the chance to chat with you. I'm going to have to try some of those pizza recommendations, and appreciate you joining us here at the PRI show.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.
Brayton Laster joining us here. Of course, Motor Racing Network has coverage of many of the ARCA Menard Series races. You can catch us on there, and we'll be following the pizza man, Brayton Laster.